When the Dodge Challenger rolled onto stage at the 2006 North American International Auto Show, its heritage, style, and color wowed the audience and left the crowd with a burning question: will they build it? Chrysler has yet to give a clear answer, but after getting a chance to drive it, we have one thing to say. Please? It's an odd experience driving a concept car, and there are a couple of things to keep in mind. First, this is a one-of-a-kind vehicle worth untold millions in design and research costs. And number two, since it's still very much under development, the mechanical elements of the car are not truly dialed in. So we really weren't able to give the Challenger a proper test drive, but the experience was nonetheless thrilling. And besides, by just hearing the growl of the 6.1-liter Hemi V8, you know the Challenger is all business, or at least it will be if they build it. But it's really the style of the Challenger which captures the imagination. Unlike Ford's new Mustang or Chevy's Camaro concept, which borrow styling cues from their classic predecessors, but in the end create something entirely new, the Challenger has a different goal in mind. With the Challenger, Dodge designers set forth to complete an idea, to take the vision of the original Challenger, and by using modern technology, build a car that Dodge always wanted, but that was just impossible at the time. You could compare the idea to George Lucas going back and digitally remastering the original Star Wars. For better or worse, it's much closer to what the original artist actually had in mind. The mean-looking grille, the curved beltline, the chiseled hood with butterfly air intakes, and the solid bar taillights all add up to a tough-looking muscle machine. For more on the Challenger, we turn to our very own Chris Wardlaw.
We're here with Sam Lecrecchio, Communications Manager of Chrysler Group Design, talking about the Dodge Challenger concept. Sam, can you tell me a little bit about the design genesis for the Challenger concept? I know a lot of people have said that this car looks very similar to the original. And can you tell me why that is?
Sure. The real inspiration for the vehicle was 1970 Challenger. What we really wanted to do with this one was, if that vehicle stayed in production beyond 1974 when we stopped, what would it look like? So there is, as far as the progression goes, how it would actually look at that stage when it stopped. So clearly you can see a lot of the cues from the original, but you can also see a lot of the enhancements that we were able to do because of modern technology.
So tell me about the first Dodge Challenger. Now that car came out about 6 years after the original Mustang. It followed the Camaro and Firebird by about 3 years, and it was sold from 1970 to 74.
Yeah, I think there was that whole pony car era. What a lot of folks, when they do see the vehicle, their immediate reaction is, man, I had one just like that. And the funny thing is they really didn't. The old joke used to be with the old ones that because of the fit and finish issues and the quality issues, that if you locked a cat in the vehicle the night before, by morning it would be free because it got through the gaps. And certainly that's not the case here. And that's no disrespect to the classic vehicle, as much as technology has come along in such ways that we've been able to improve our quality. So things like a rear tail lamp on this vehicle that is rectangular and goes all the way across the back. In the original, it had a series of lamps and reflectors, which were kind of hit and miss as the ability to light all the way across. Here we've got neon technology that when you step on that brake and the lighting goes all the way across, it's just a nice added feature that we've got now that we didn't necessarily have before. And also, if you look at the grille, where that had such a long overhang at one point and kind of dangling out there, now we've got a short nose on it. We've got a grille that reflects the crosshaired grille, which is more of a family look for Dodge that we didn't necessarily have. So it fits in the family if in fact it did come to that next step of production.
So can you tell me what's under the hood of this particular car?
Sure. This has a 6.1 Hemi. That's part of our SRT Motorsports division. And it's got about 425 horsepower, so it's definitely a step above from where we were back in 1970.
My favorite Challenger, by the way, has got to be the 1978 to 1980 Challenger that Mitsubishi sent over. Did you look to that car at all for any inspiration?
Funny, we didn't.
So when can we buy this?
It's a great question. We're looking at business cases right now, trying to find out. The reaction's been great, so we know we've got that. I think everybody internally has really expressed a deep desire to do it. The key, though, as is always, is where are you going to build them? How many are you going to make? Is there a market for it? These are all things that it's a beautiful dream to have, to want to make a beautiful car like this. It's just a matter of, the nickels and dimes with the current situation in the marketplace is what's key. And we're always known for taking an educated risk. So the risk element we're pretty good at, and we just want to make sure that we got the education part in there as well.
Well, I think it's a terrific looking car. I had a lot of fun driving it today, and thank you very much for your time.
Great. Thank you. We appreciate having you out here.